Then what about the things of this world? Apartments and gadgets and computers. Isn't it? We all have liking for that. We all want to possess all of them also. What about that? So, Nectar of Devotion explains, yes, Krishna includes even his energies. And there are two kinds of energy. One is material energy, another is spiritual energy. So Krishna means it includes both material energy as well as spiritual energy. So all these things, like suppose if this is a mic, we don't think, hey, this mic is material. Why I should have affection for this mic? Throw it away. Get lost. No. Why are we using computers? All those things. No, because this is also energy of Krishna. This is also energy of Krishna. The best of the technology we can try to use in the service of Krishna. Why we should throw it away? Because this also belongs to Krishna. How it belongs to Krishna? The ingredient of this, even though we may have manufactured it, manipulated it in our laboratory or our factories, the ingredient is provided by Krishna. Right? Isha Vasyam Idam Sarvam. This plastic, what we have got, the raw material, is from the nature, and nature belongs to Krishna. Maya Tata Idam Sarvam, Krishna says. And everything belongs to him. So, Krishna means it includes his energy also. So, as a devotee, when we repose our love on Krishna, it includes our love for people of this world, and it includes our love for things of this world, which we can utilize in service of Krishna. So there is nothing wrong to possess material things, provided we know how to utilize them properly. So, this is called the philosophy of hope. We saw the first one, wherein when we place our affection on the people and things of this world, it is called misplaced affection. Why? Because the final result is frustration. So it's a philosophy of frustration. And out of frustration, when we think that let me not place my affection at all, it is called unplaced affection. And that leads to the philosophy of hopelessness. Whereas here, when we love Krishna, when we understand the science of Krishna, then in that it is included that we love all living entities. We love the paraphernalia of Krishna. All these things are paraphernalia of Krishna. Otherwise, why would a devotee read Mahabharata? Tell me. Mahabharata is full of politics. Mahabharata is full of people who were not God conscious also. Duryodhana was not God conscious. Why we should read about him at all? Because all of them are related to Krishna. Even as an enemy, doesn't matter. So these things, these items are also related. Whether it is computer, whether it is microphone, whether it is sophisticated cars or planes, all those things are related to Krishna. Raw material is provided by Krishna. And the intelligence to manufacture, that is also given by Krishna. Is there any scientist in the world who has manufactured our brain? Any laboratory in the world? We can make artificial intelligence, not natural intelligence. Correct? There is no laboratory in the world where you can manufacture this brain in spite of so much technological advancement. This brain, we actually give so much credit to the scientists. We say, he has created supercomputer. Scientists have created today supercomputer. We forget about the most supercomputer which has created those supercomputers. Isn't it? This supercomputer which is there, our brain, human brain, that is not by some scientist. So, even the ideas to manufacture all these things, that is also by the brain. And brain is also given by the Lord. So in that sense, when we love Krishna, automatically our love is there for things of this world, people of this world. There is a proper balance. Now, we will try to understand one very important quotation by one of the great acharyas. He explains that when you advance spiritually, when your love for Krishna is in beginning stage and in perfect stage, what is the difference? Now suppose we say that, okay, we have to love that supreme personality, that supreme God, Krishna, because he includes all living beings also, and he includes all things also, because every energy belongs to him. So then, in that loving stage, there are two stages. One is beginning, when we just begin to love. There is final stage, perfectional stage. In the beginning stage, what happens? The person develops love for like-minded people. He develops love for devotees. And at that point, he may avoid all kind of people who are atheist. He will think, why I should go and associate with such people? They all don't believe in God. This is in the beginning. But at the perfectional stage of loving Krishna, a devotee not only loves other like-minded devotees, he actually loves every living being. Somebody said love means sacrifice, right? It's correct. You can see the example of, even in other religion, you can see the example of Jesus Christ. He sacrificed his life. He sacrificed his life for people who were even inimical, enemy to him. What he was trying to do, he was only trying to give them good, that you love God, right? And what did they do to him? They put him on crucifixion, nailed him on crucifixion. In spite of that, he was telling God, please pardon them. They do not know what they are doing. You see? This is a higher level of love. When he has developed love for the Lord, then even his enemies also he loves. Not just people of this world. Even somebody is inimical, he loves. So, Prabhupada explains that one very beautiful example Prabhupada gives. What does it mean to have love of Krishna? He says, love of Krishna is just like one main switch. Now you will find here, one switch is here, another switch is here, another. Suppose if I tell, put on this light, then what will you do? You'll go and search which light I have to put on. When you put on one switch here, other light is still not put on. That is not lighted. It is not connected at all. What you have to do? Individually you have to go on putting one light, one fan. Prabhupada explains, Krishna is like that one main switch. You put on that one main switch, you can see here, that main switch is there. Right? If we put on that one main switch, all of them will be lighted up. And if you put off, everything will go away. So Krishna, loving Krishna is like that one single switch, main switch. If we love Krishna, then we love everything else. Our love for others, our love for parents, our love for family, our love for wife, our love for children, everything is included in that. But if it is otherwise, if we are loving my family, if I am loving only my children, I am loving my friend, it is not all exclusive. It is not all exclusive. Whereas if you love Krishna, your love for everyone is there. Another example Prabhupada gives. These are all very beautiful examples to make us understand. Suppose one person is having 1 lakh rupees with him. Right? Another person is having 100 rupee with him. The person who is having 1 lakh rupee with him automatically has 100 rupee with him. Is it not? But the person who is having 100 rupee with him, he does not have 500 with him. He does not have 1000 with him. He does not have 10,000 with him. He does not have 1 lakh with him. He doesn't have. He's lacking. But the person who is having 1 lakh, he already has thousands, he has 100. Everything is there in that 1 lakh. So similarly, when we love Krishna, our love of Krishna has our love for family. Our love for Krishna has love for things of this world. Our love for Krishna has love for everyone of this world. That is all inclusive. So, this is a philosophy of hope. This is not a philosophy of hopelessness. Another very beautiful example is given by Prabhupada in Nectar of Devotion. It's very simple and we'll just try to understand this example. Suppose I give you a task. Now, there are 5 trees here. All of you go and water that tree. What will you all go and do? Somebody may wonder, Arey, he has told me to water the tree. Where should I put the water? Should I put it on branches? Should I put it on leaves? Should I put it on trunk? What will happen? It will be all useless. You go and put water on the branches, you go and put water on the trunk, you go and put water on the twigs. It is not going to work out. The plant will not get water. What you should do is just go and put water on the root. Root is connected to all the parts in such a way, scientifically it is connected in such a way, that you just have to pour water on the root, that's all. The moment you pour water on the root, root has a system of giving it out to all the other parts of the tree. Scientifically it is like that. Similarly, science of Krishna is that Krishna is like the root of the whole existence. So when we love Krishna, that science itself includes our love for all his branches. All other living entities are all like the branches. Krishna is the root. If you water that root, our love for all other living entities, and that is real love. That is real love. Our real love for every living entity is included in that. There is another beautiful example given in the Upanishads. So that also I will tell you about that example. It is in Hitopadesh, it is not in Upanishads, sorry. The example is given about Udendriyanam. Uda means the stomach. Indriya means the senses. So very beautifully it is explained. What happened? One day, all of the senses met together and they started discussing, why should we give everything to the stomach? This useless stomach does nothing at all. We are the one who are working hard. So hand also started saying, yes, my dear friends, what you are saying is right. I am the one who works hard day and night. On my hard work, finally, when I take the food, I don't get anything out of that. I take the rasgulla, but finally that rasgulla goes to the stomach. It goes to the belly. What do I get? I don't get anything. The legs also said, yes, you are right. I am the one. I am carrying the load of this whole body. This huge stomach, this belly is sitting on me day and night. I carry it from one place to another. What do I get? I only work hard. Right? I go to the food. I don't even get to touch that food at all. Right? I only go to the food. I take this belly to the food. Finally, everything is deposited in the stomach. The eyes also joined in. Yes, my dear friend, you are very much right. I just keep looking at the food. I look at the rasgulla and it is gone to the stomach. What do I get out of that? Isn't it? Nose also said, all beautiful food is smelled by me. But before it comes to me, stomach gobbles it up. So let us all go on a strike. From today itself, let us not give anything to the stomach. Hands, legs, all of us, let us cooperate together. Let us not work for the stomach at all. Let us not supply anything. Then he will learn a lesson. And they all went on a strike. One day passed by, and all of them started feeling the heat. Isn't it? The hands are trembling. Arey Baba, what happened? Why am I trembling? And the legs are also not able to stand up. And the eyes are coming out of the socket. Right? If you have not tried, you can try it. One day, don't give anything to the stomach. 1 day and 2 days and 3 days, then you can feel. And all of them became completely out. And then once again they called an emergency meeting. Let us all meet together once again. So in that emergency meeting they started discussing what is the problem. From the time we stopped giving food to the stomach, all of us have become weak. Hands have become weak, legs have become weak, everything has become weak. Let us call off the strike immediately and let us supply something to the stomach. And once again they called off their strike, they gave the food. They ate the food and gave to the stomach. And immediately all of them gradually regained their strength, required strength. So Hitopdesh explains, actually, this is the science. All parts of the body are connected to the stomach in such a way that when you supply the food to the stomach, stomach alone does not take it. Stomach takes it, digests it, and then all that energy is given to all the parts. They are scientifically connected like that. That the food has to be given to the stomach. So similarly, if we understand that we are all connected to Krishna like parts. He is the whole, he is like the stomach. So when we love him, when we repose our tendency of love, emotions, feeling on Krishna, then automatically all parts get that feeling. Our love for everyone is included in that. You see? So you can see the complete difference. One is a philosophy of frustration, another is a philosophy of hopelessness, and Krishna consciousness is the philosophy of loving Krishna, by which automatically we are able to love everyone. So there's a very beautiful quote. I will just read that. Prabhupada says, Krishna, he says, Krishna consciousness teaches us the science of perfectly loving every living entity by the easy method of loving Krishna. Just see how beautifully Prabhupada explains. Krishna consciousness teaches us the science. It teaches us the science of loving, of perfectly loving every living entity by the easy method of loving Krishna. You see? Because that's the easy method. Easy method of giving food, energy to all the parts of the bodies, just supply it to the stomach. Easy method of giving all energies, nutrition and water to all the parts of the plant, just supply it to the root. Root has a mechanism. It will take it to all the parts of the tree. Similarly, Krishna consciousness is a science that by loving Krishna, my real love for other living entities will be there. And this is an endless love. Why? As I said, even when we repose our loving tendency on the people of this world who are selfless, let us say they are not selfish. If they were selfish, it will lead to frustration. Let us say they were selfless. Even when we are selfless, this relation will end one day, right? It will end. At the point of death, it is gone, finished. No more to see that loving person. It may be my mother, it may be my lover, it may be my wife, it may be my child, it may be my great friend. Whoever it may be, even though we have a very good selfless relation with each other, at least at the point of death it will be finished, it will become zero. Whereas, this when we learn to love Krishna, it is endless love. Life after life it continues, because it is not based on this dead body. When the body dies, our love also dies. Right? Actually, it's a fact. It's a fact. I remember that once I met one lady. She used to come quite regularly to our temple. And 1 week, just around 1 year back, she had come and she was asking me, young lady, Prabhuji, is there any job I can do in the temple? So I was not knowing what exactly, why she wants a job. So I said, why, what happened? Your husband is already working now. Then tears came out from her eyes and she said, no, he's already dead and gone. And then after some time, she was, only for a moment that remembrance came of the husband. And then she was normal, she was talking and she is laughing and talking everything. Then I was thinking, see, how when the time passes by, loved one, near one, dear one, they're all gone. How long we are going to cry for them? Right? We may all remember some of our parents were there, very loving parents, and they passed away. How long? After that we don't even remember them practically. Because death is something which will end all our relationships. So, even if it is so-called selfless love, it will end. But this is love of the soul, Atma, which is Sanatan. At the death of the body, soul does not die. Death of the body is just like a change of the dress. In this dress, I am loving somebody. Isn't it? And then when he comes in another dress, I don't love anymore. Right? Suppose, imagine, just you love someone, and that someone whom I love becomes a cat or a dog in the next life, or it becomes an insect in the life. You're going to love, oh my loved one, where are you? Because the loved one has changed the body. So, Atma and Paramatma, the Supreme Lord Krishna, they are spirit. So, Atma is eternal, Paramatma is eternal. The loving relation between them is also eternal. It does not die off with the death of this body. That is why it is called endless love. There is no limit. There is no end. It is not limited to this life. It is not limited to one person. You see. Now, we will try to understand few very interesting examples from the life of some personalities wherein they showed exclusive love. So imagine, when somebody is friendly to us, we may love him. Somebody becomes inimical to us, will we love him? Very difficult, isn't it? But you can see in the example of that how when Krishna, Prahlada was a devotee of Lord Narasimha or Krishna, one and the same. He was a great devotee. His father was so rascal, he did not leave any mean left by which he wanted actually to kill his son. Right? He gave him poison, threw him from the mountain, put him in the dark pit. Everything he tried to crush to kill his son. But see the love of his son for his father. See the greatness. When Lord Narasimha asked him, when Lord Narasimha killed Hiranyakashipu, finished him, and then the Lord was pacified by Prahlad. So Lord Narasimha said, I want to give you some benediction. Please take some benediction from me. I am very happy with you. So Prahlad said, my dear Lord, I don't want anything. But still, if you want to give me something, I want one thing from you. My father was a great enemy of yours. If possible, please give him mukti from this world. Give him liberation from this world. Just imagine. Here is a father who did not spare even one mean to kill him. Everything he tried to kill him. Right? And here is a son, in spite of knowing that my father has done everything nonsense towards me, still he is thinking about the welfare of his father. This is called real love. He did not think my father was my enemy. He may be my enemy, but after all he is my father, no? So let me do some good to him, does not matter. You see? So Prahlad is not asking anything for himself. He is still saying, my dear Lord, if you really want to give something, then please liberate my father from this world. Then Lord Narasimha said, Prahlad, why are you worrying? Just by your becoming a devotee, not just your father, your 21 generations are already liberated. See, God is so kind that somebody who takes one step towards him, God has taken not only step towards him, his other family people, 21 generations, the Lord says, you're all liberated. You will all get moksha from this world. This is a great example of real selfless love. Here you can see the example. He not only loved Krishna, he loved his father. He loved his father. And that's why even after his death, he is asking Lord Narasimha to get him liberated. There is another very beautiful example of Maharaj Dhruva. All of you must have heard about Dhruva. We say Dhruva planet, pole star we say, right? So there was a great devotee called Dhruva. Dhruva, father had 2 wives. Anyone remembers the name? Let me see. Anybody has read about Maharaj Dhruva? Who was his father? Anyone knows his name? Uttanapad. His father was Uttanapad. Uttanapad had 2 wives. One was Suniti. Another was Suruchi. So these 2 wives were there. Dhruva was the son of Suniti. Suruchi was stepmother. So she also had one son. And Dhruva was the son of Suniti. So what used to happen, because the king was liking this wife, Suruchi, more, so she started thinking that why Dhruva should go and sit on the lap of his father. He has not taken birth from my womb. He has no right to sit on the lap of his father. Because children are children. They don't discriminate. So he also, when he saw that his brother, step-brother, Uttam, he was sitting on the lap of his father, he also expressed his desire, Father, I also want to sit on your lap. But the father could not make him to sit because Suruchi did not allow. Suruchi said, if you want to sit on the lap of your father, then you have to take birth from my womb. Then you can sit, otherwise you cannot. So he became very insulted. Then he went crying to his mother Suniti. So he went that he explained the whole thing to Mother Suniti. So Mother Suniti said, "My dear Dhruva, I am your mother. I can definitely understand your feeling, your emotion, the insult which you have felt. And I have a great heart for you. I can understand all that. But what can I do? But what can I do for you? But you please go and try to satisfy Lord Krishna. I have only one heart with me. That Supreme Lord Krishna, He has hearts of millions and millions of mothers. So if I have so much feeling for you, you can imagine how much more feeling He has for you. He will satisfy your desire." You see, this is very important. Suniti's words are very important. She is saying, I have only one heart for you. Isn't it? I have affection for you. If with one heart I have so much affection for you, imagine Krishna, whose affection is millions and millions of mothers multiplied. How much more affection He will have for you. So please go to the forest, worship Lord Krishna, and He will satisfy all your desires. So Dhruva went, and actually he worshipped, and within 6 months he was able to see Lord face to face. Of course, because he had gone for some material desires. He had made up his mind. What is my father's kingdom? I will get better kingdom than him. I will get better kingdom than Brahma. He had made up his determination like that. So with this determination he had gone to request Lord Krishna. But once he got audience of Krishna, he forgot all these material desires. And he says, he recites one verse. Sthana bilashi tapasi sthitoham tvam praptavan deva munindra guhyam kachan vichinvan api divya ratnam swamin krithartosmi varam na yache. He says, Sthana abhilashi. I was looking for a kingdom. Sthana means kingdom. More better than my grandfather's. Isn't it? Sthana abhilashi. Because of that, what did I do? I performed severe austerities in the jungle. Tapasi sthitoham. I went and performed lot of tapasya. You see? And then he is saying, Tvam praptavan deva munindra guhyam. But after obtaining you, now I understand I have obtained diamond. And then he is comparing, earlier I was looking out for broken pieces of glass. Kacham means glass. Kacham vichinvan api divya ratnam. Now I have got divya ratna. I have got the diamond. And unfortunately, I was only looking for broken pieces of glass. Varam nayache. My dear Krishna, I don't want anything. I have got divya ratnam. Now should I ask, give me some broken piece of glass? When you have got diamond, will you run after broken pieces of glass? You will not. Isn't it? So you can imagine, this is the love of Krishna. Another question may arise in our mind. Okay, we are saying, I think we will, in another it's already time, 5 minutes we will wind off. There is Arati also, I wanted all of you to attend. Pallaki, it's a very nice, Kirtan will be there. So just one last important point. One may question that if we repose our love on Krishna, you said when you repose your love on material objects, they cannot reciprocate, they are dead matter. When you repose your love on the people of this world, they are all selfish. So it will lead to frustration. Then you also said, we should not think that let us not repose our love at all. Now you are saying you repose your love on Krishna. Suppose we repose our love on Krishna. Then does Krishna reciprocate with us? Right? Love means Krishna should also reciprocate. I love Krishna and Krishna does not even reciprocate with me, then what is the use of that love? So yes, Krishna does reciprocate. We saw the example of Dhruva, how Krishna reciprocated with Dhruva. We saw the example of Prahlad, how Krishna reciprocated with Prahlad. Now I will give you example of what Krishna is ready to do for the loving feeling of his devotees. We all know Krishna had taken a vow in Mahabharata battle. What is the vow Krishna took? I will not fight. I will not lift weapon. So now if you want me on your side, Arjuna, I will come with your side. Duryodhana was clever. He was thinking, I am very clever. Arey, what is the use of taking Krishna? He is not going to fight enemy. Better to take army of Krishna. So he took army of Krishna. Arjuna was satisfied with Krishna not fighting also. You see? And we all know, Bhishma was a great devotee of Krishna. Bhishma had a feeling of Krishna in Virya Rasa. Virya Rasa means, sometimes as a friend also, we want to fight with each other. But that is not like an enemy. Correct? Sometimes a friend takes a role of something like a wrestler or something and he gives a tough fight to us. We enjoy that. Bhishma wanted to have that rasa with Krishna. He said, Krishna, no, you must fight with me. Imagine. So, Krishna has already taken a vow, I will not fight. Now, Bhishma wanted Krishna to fight, but he was not able to get away. How to fight with Krishna? How to make him to lift weapon? He wanted to break his promise. So what did he do? He knew Krishna has so much affection and love for his devotees like Arjuna. Tomorrow, I am going to finish off Arjuna. He took that vow. If Krishna does not take up his weapon, if Krishna does not fight, Arjuna will be finished tomorrow. And then left and right, he was fighting very valiantly. And Arjuna was nothing in front of him. Chariot was broken, everything. He was on the verge of death. And then when Krishna saw this, he became so angry, he took out the wheel of that chariot and in anger he rushed towards Bhishma. You see? And then Bhishma gave up his bows and arrows because he wanted to see Krishna like this. Imagine Krishna broke his own promise out of affection, love for his devotee like Arjuna. He is ready. People may call tomorrow, अरे क्या Krishna है तुम्हारा अपना promise भी तोड़ देता है. Doesn't matter. Krishna is thinking, doesn't matter. Let people call me like this. But I will do anything, whatever, even if it is required to break my promise, I will safeguard my affectionate devotee. This is Krishna. This is the reciprocation of Krishna. Another example, we know, even in the same life of Arjuna. When you love somebody, will you ask him, you become my driver? If you ask your friend, you will never do that. And your friend may also not like to become your driver. For 5 days, my driver is out of station. Become my driver for 5 days. You will never ask your friend. There is some dignity, respect we maintain. But see the affection of Krishna. Arjuna is his servant actually. Arjuna is a servant of Krishna. Krishna is the master. Krishna is the creator of this whole universe. And where Arjuna is saying, my dear Krishna, please become my chariot driver. Krishna did not hesitate. That's why he's called Partha Sarthi. He is famous by that name, Partha Sarthi. For his devotee, the Lord took up the position just of a chariot driver, chauffeur. Just imagine. This is the kind of love Krishna reciprocates with his devotee. He does not mind taking up an inferior position in front of his devotee. He does not mind breaking his own promise. This is the kind of love we can see. And not only for devotees. Then we may think, okay, Krishna is loving only devotees. What about others? What about atheists? Yes, even atheists are provided by Krishna. Those who are not devotees, do you think they are not getting their food? They are also getting their food. Millions and millions of entities are there. Elephants in jungles are there. They are eating tons of food. We may be eating only 4 chapatis. African jungle elephants are eating tons of food. Who is providing them? Are they going and worshipping in the church? God, give me my daily bread. They are not worshipping. In spite of not praying, God is still providing them or not? His love for every living entity is there. Not only for living entity, even for his enemies, Krishna has love. Just imagine. Putana, she came with a desire to kill Krishna. What did she think? I will take a form of a beautiful lady. I will apply poison on my breast. I will kill Krishna. Krishna took the positive side only. Krishna said, okay, doesn't matter, you wanted to kill me, but at least you gave me your breast to suck. You are like mother. I will treat you like mother. Krishna gave the liberation to Putana like a mother. You see? Even when Kamsa was killed, Shishupala was killed. Even that killing by Krishna, they all attained moksha from this world. So, not only to the devotees, imagine even to the enemies, if Krishna is kind and Krishna is so much reciprocating, and to all living entities who may not be atheists, but who are not even acknowledging Krishna, imagine how much more Krishna can reciprocate if we love Krishna. Isn't it? So, this Krishna consciousness is a science which teaches us the simple philosophy of loving Krishna, in which all our love for family, our love for society, our love for nation, everything is included in that. It is not one-sided philosophy, it is inclusive understanding. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.